Have you ever wondered how one can reach a point in life where years of experience should work in their favor, yet still make mistakes that can undo everything they've built? The reality is that growing older isn't just about counting years, it's about gaining wisdom and nurturing spiritual growth. However, there are certain pitfalls that, if not avoided, can turn this stage of life into a path filled with regrets and disappointments. Such errors can disturb inner peace, harm relationships, and even dismantle the legacy one has worked tirelessly to create. Get ready, because what follows may challenge some of your deepest beliefs, but it is essential to ensure that your path is guided by wisdom rather than mistakes. Have you ever paused to consider whether your life experience truly shields you from all risks? The first significant error is placing blind trust in others. As we age, life offers us valuable lessons, accumulated knowledge, and a sharper understanding of the world. Yet, this very experience, which should serve as an advantage, can create a false sense of security, especially when assessing the character and intentions of others. Many older people believe they have lived long enough to discern whom to trust, but this self-assurance can become a risky trap, particularly when vulnerability increases with age. Trusting everyone without question can have dire outcomes. For instance, some seniors believe that those around them, be it family, lifelong friends, or new acquaintances, always act in their best interests. However, reality can be harshly different. The world isn't always filled with good intentions, and some people view the trust and vulnerability of the elderly as an opportunity for exploitation. This misplaced confidence can open the door to various forms of abuse, with financial exploitation being one of the most frequent. Unscrupulous individuals often prey on the goodwill of older adults, taking advantage of their life savings, which were often accumulated through decades of hard work. Financial scams, dubious investment opportunities, fraudulent loans, and even the misappropriation of funds by relatives have unfortunately ensnared a growing number of older adults. Have you also considered if seeking relationships with much younger individuals is truly the secret to feeling young again? The second major mistake is precisely this: trying to connect with someone much younger in a bid to rekindle a lost sense of vitality. At first glance, this might seem like a way to remain close to youth, but in reality, it often leads to a host of emotional and social challenges. Relationships with large age gaps can initially feel thrilling, providing the illusion of reliving one's youth. However, these connections tend to rest on unstable foundations. Differences in interests, values, and perspectives become more pronounced over time, creating a widening gap that becomes increasingly difficult to bridge. What starts as an exhilarating bond can quickly transform into frustration, disagreements, and frequently, loneliness. Moreover, such relationships often come with a power imbalance, leading to feelings of insecurity and vulnerability. The older partner may feel constant pressure to meet the younger person's expectations, often resulting in a sense of inadequacy and emotional fatigue. Instead of bringing the expected emotional refreshment, these relationships can actually amplify feelings of aging and loss. The third mistake is withdrawing from social life. As people grow older, many men fall into the trap of thinking that loneliness is an unavoidable part of aging and that isolation is a natural response. This is a dangerous belief, with the potential to cause serious harm to mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. After retirement, with friends drifting away and family members becoming more distant, social circles often shrink, leaving older men increasingly isolated. If unchecked, this isolation can spiral into a cycle of loneliness, depression, and even severe health conditions. The truth is, social interaction remains crucial at every stage of life. Humans are inherently social beings, and a lack of engagement can hasten cognitive decline, increase the risk of heart conditions, and elevate blood pressure. It's not just about having company, it's about keeping the mind sharp, maintaining a light heart, and nurturing the spirit through shared thoughts, affection, and the small challenges that come with day-to-day interactions. Beyond its direct impact on health, isolation strips older adults of an essential support network. By distancing themselves from others, they miss out on the chance to receive help during times of need, whether it's in moments of emotional crisis or in managing daily practicalities. Conversely, being part of a community provides not only support but also a renewed sense of belonging and purpose. The fourth common error is the excessive use of medication to maintain a vibrant sex life. Many men, as they age, turn to these substances to boost performance, often without consulting a doctor and in dosages beyond what is safe. While it might seem like an easy solution to deal with the body's natural changes, this behavior hides serious health dangers. Over time, the body naturally undergoes changes that affect libido and sexual function. However, instead of accepting these shifts gracefully, some men feel pressure to prove they can still perform as they did in their younger years and see medication as the answer. This approach, however, can quickly spiral out of control. Overusing these drugs can lead to serious health issues, such as cardiovascular problems, including heart attacks and strokes. Instead of addressing the natural progression of life in a balanced manner, the reliance on medication becomes a risky shortcut that may endanger their well-being. This risk becomes even more significant for individuals with pre-existing conditions like high blood pressure or heart disease. Beyond the physical risks, constant reliance on these medications can create a psychological dependency, making men believe that they cannot maintain an active sex life without them. This directly impacts their self-esteem and confidence. An even more alarming issue is that these drugs are often obtained without a prescription from unreliable sources, increasing the likelihood of harmful side effects. Self-medicating is not only dangerous but can also hide more severe health issues that require appropriate treatment and medical supervision. The fifth common mistake is neglecting one's health. As the years go by, many men start to think that taking care of their health isn't as critical or assume that health issues are just a natural part of aging, thus unavoidable. This complacent attitude can have serious consequences, turning manageable conditions into chronic or even life-threatening problems. As we get older, our bodies need more focused attention and care, but it's common to see men skipping routine checkups, avoiding doctor visits, and ignoring the warning signs their bodies give them. This negligence often stems from a misguided sense of invincibility, as though reaching an advanced age means nothing more can go wrong. For others, it's the fear of facing the realities of aging that leads them to ignore any potential issues. However, the truth is that health in later years should be approached with vigilance, not passivity. Failing to actively manage one's health can significantly increase the risk of worsening conditions that could otherwise be managed or even cured. Conditions such as cardiovascular issues, diabetes, hypertension, and cancer are examples of ailments that can be effectively managed through a proactive and preventative approach with consistent monitoring. The sixth mistake is allowing the opinions of others to dictate your self-worth. As people age, many men become increasingly concerned with how they are perceived, whether by family, friends, or society in general. This desire for acceptance often leads them to adjust their choices, appearance, and lifestyle to gain approval from others. While it might seem harmless, this constant worry can erode self-esteem, restrict the freedom to be authentic, and prevent them from fully enjoying life. In a culture that often prioritizes youth and outward appearance, it's easy for older men to feel pressured to meet expectations that don't align with their own needs or desires. This pressure can cause them to act in ways that don't reflect their true selves, to follow social conventions that no longer resonate, or even to suppress their own ambitions just to avoid criticism. This quest for external validation can become a stifling trap. The problem becomes even clearer when decisions are driven by the fear of judgment rather than a genuine pursuit of personal happiness and well-being. How many opportunities have been missed, whether it's traveling, starting a new career, or beginning a new relationship because of the fear of what others might think? In the end, living to meet others' expectations often leads to a life filled with frustration and regret. The seventh mistake is abandoning the pursuit of learning and growth. Many men, as they age, start to believe that they have learned all they need to, and that there's no room left for new knowledge or skills. This mindset might seem comfortable, but it's actually quite damaging. Continuous learning is essential for keeping the mind sharp, maintaining a sense of purpose, and improving overall life quality. When someone stops pushing themselves intellectually, they risk stagnating, which can result in feelings of emptiness and worthlessness. Moreover, as the world and technology continue to advance, those who don't keep up with these changes may find themselves increasingly isolated from society and those around them. Learning something new, be it a hobby, a skill, or even mastering modern technology keeps the mind engaged and fosters a spirit of openness. The mistake of halting the learning process limits not only personal growth but also the capacity to adapt to life's changes. The eighth error is engaging in intimate relationships without considering the emotional, physical, and social ramifications of such actions. It's natural for many older men to wish to maintain their sexual vitality, but acting impulsively in this regard can lead to various complications. Entering into casual relationships without assessing the other person's compatibility or intentions can result in disappointing and even harmful experiences. Avoiding these mistakes is key to enjoying a fulfilling later life, rich with wisdom and contentment. It's not only about steering clear of these missteps, but also about living with a clear sense of what truly matters. Every choice has its consequences, and making thoughtful decisions can lead to a more meaningful existence. If you found this content helpful and want to discover more ways to enhance your life at every stage, subscribe to the channel and like this video. Your involvement is crucial for us to continue sharing insightful reflections and advice for your daily life. Let's pursue growth and wisdom together.